The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Freshpet, healthy food fresh from the fridge. And by Uber Eats. When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats.
Yeah, good pregame workout. J.J. Watt, along with Brooke Weiss and Charlie Mazzano and Andy Lepusnak and Matt Quartararo, our crew. How'd you feel?
They said do as many as you can, and I was like, guys, we have a game to call. Brothers playing tonight. Like, I don't have all day.
Mills with the throw, and the catch made. Extra yards after the grab by Hutchinson.
Great design coming out of the 2-minute warning, where you know they went over there and talked exactly about what they wanted to do on this play, and they dialed up a winner to get them into Colts territory.
Indianapolis, the first of the half.
So the Colts take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. Hutchinson with a 17-yard reception. Stay tuned. NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting, all the latest NFL scores and highlights.
Pizza, pizza.
Is that you?
It was. I'm not proud.
I have a feeling you've ordered a few in your day.
Natural reaction, because they used to be $5, and I have eaten a lot of them in my life. I also used to deliver pizzas.
Yeah, that actually got some attention for a while.
Yeah, people were enthralled. It helped me gain weight. There's no doubt about that. Ian, the push-up segment. Where were you?
I was not invited. I got 0 invites.
Okay, that doesn't seem correct.
Next year.
Definitely.
Next year. First down at the 41.5-yard line. Catch made over the middle by Knoll. And Houston threatening in field goal range, trailing by 1. Timeout called, 1:39 left.
This was just a busted coverage. Wide open, middle of the field here. Knoll is going to slip in there and have nothing but space, and they are already in field goal range for Kaimi Fairbairn.
So the Colts taking timeout, so there's some time left on the clock potentially. 1:42 to play. The ball is placed at the 28-yard line. It is a final. The Falcons defeat the Saints. So Carolina, champions of the NFC South. Mills operating out of the gun. It's an inside run to British Brooks. He is dropped at the 26.
The Texans, knowing they're in field goal range, going to try and force the Colts to use their last time out at some point here, run this clock all the way down and kick the winner.
Andre Johnson down there. Cal McNair. Hannah McNair.
I think they deserve a lot of credit for the D'Amico Ryans hire. 3 years, 3 playoff appearances, 10+ wins. He's the right man for the job at the right time.
We hit 1 minute to go. Mills on a give. And Brooks lunging forward for a yard. Colts have that 1 timeout remaining, and Abare makes the tackle. It's a 3rd down and 7 for Houston. We mentioned it, the last 4 meetings between these 2 teams have been decided by 4 points or fewer. They just seem to play tight ones.
Everybody on the sideline still into it here.
3rd down and 7. Running play to Brooks, and he runs into a wall at the 25. Timeout called. 17 seconds left. And they're going to send out Kaimi Fairbairn to try to put the Texans in front. Texans at 11-5. A win would match the franchise record for regular season victories. It would be their 9th straight win to end the regular season. Fairbairn has made 5 field goals today. And this is going to be a 43-yard attempt. A win, and they secure the 5 seed in the AFC. Brinkman is the rookie snapper. Townsend, the punter, will hold it. 43 yards away. Fairbairn sweeps the leg, and he knocks it through. Texans go in front. 12 seconds left.
We got a sweeps the leg. Week 18, we got a sweeps the leg.
A career-high 6 field goals for Kaimi Fairbairn.
Don't think he gets enough credit for what he does. Has been doing it for a long time in Houston, been extremely consistent, at times automatic. In 6 today. Thoroughly impressive.
And the Colts have no timeouts left. There's 12 seconds on the clock.
And if you're trying to push the ball down the field as the Colts, you don't have Alec Pierce out there. Most likely going to be some form of first trying to have success on the kickoff return, but then the laterals and everything that comes with that.
Fairbairn will kick it off. Houston trying to end the regular season on a high note and head into the postseason feeling good about their chances in the wide open AFC. Colts trying to avoid a 7-game losing streak to end the season. Abdullah and Doolin, the deep men for Indy. And Fairbairn is going to blast this one. And it's going to be Doolin taking out of the end zone. Doolin is tossed down at the 25-yard line. Only 5 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, it took a lot of time. Backyard football type play coming up here.
Well, you dream about stuff like this if you're Riley Leonard in your first NFL start. You watch Phillip Rivers play the last 3 games of his NFL career. And now you get one play hoping for some magic. And a timeout taken by Houston.
D'Amico going to talk it over with the defense and just remind everybody on these types of plays exactly what they're going to try to do and how to defend it. There's going to be somebody in the back end that is the last resort. Do not let anybody behind you.
If Houston holds on for the win, they would play either Baltimore or Pittsburgh next week in the wild card round. Played the Ravens, beat them in week 5. Have not played the Steelers this season.
The Ravens did not have Lamar in that week 5 matchup.
D'Amico Ryans, he said, it's human nature to exhale after you make the playoffs. I told the guys we have a lot to improve on. Control what we can control this week. Go out and win the game. That's what they're trying to do. 5 seconds left. Snap it to Leonard. He's going to toss it underneath to Downs. He's going to chuck it behind him to Pittman. Throw it to Leonard, trying to keep it alive, and the Texans have it, trying to run with it for the score.
He didn't get it earlier. Togiai got his touchdown after all.
Togiai!
Wow! C.J. Stroud didn't give him the ball. He had to go get it himself.
A humongous human touchdown to end the regular season for Houston.
Oh my goodness. Phillip Rivers is going back to Alabama.
The Texans win it to finish the season 12-5, and they've got a defensive highlight to cap off the year.
Wow. This is thoroughly impressive athleticism from Togiai.
Togiai thought he was going to get a touchdown on a handoff earlier in the game, and it was Stroud who pulled it back at the last moment, ran it in himself, and just desserts for Togiai, D'Amico Ryans, and the Texans. A lot of smiles, a lot of celebrations. And the playoff picture, Houston has clinched the 5 seed in the AFC, and they end the regular season on a 9-game winning streak. Texans defeat the Colts. And that is going to do it for us. Enjoy the playoffs. Enjoy the second half of the doubleheader. For J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn, Gene Steratore, our producer Ken Mack, director Suzanne Smith, Ian Eagle saying so long from Houston. NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Coming up right after this.